What's going on, guys? This is going to be my 20th game hunting video. I cannot believe I'm already at 20 of these things. And also, I'm coming up on a year from my first video, which is actually pretty cool. Again, I can't believe I've been doing this for a year. That's pretty crazy. But anyways, this is going to be about 2 to 3 weeks worth of finds. So yeah, this is going to be video game hunting number 20. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks. You need a new mouse? It's a Keytronic, bro.
This is a Genesis controller, huh?
Mm-hmm. I guess. Yeah, it's a bootleg ass Genesis controller.
Genesis?
Do you have a Genesis?
No.
Well. Looks like a DM5. Dude.
Do you even shake, bro?
Isn't this what you've always wanted? Fucking shake weight. I still, feels gross. A damn thing in this place.
Splashdown sealed?
Let me see. It's sealed.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, I thought, yeah. Okay, I heard you wrong.
And Smuggler's Run 2.
I don't know.
On to,
A buck a piece because they're blue discs, right? If you say so. What do you got there?
Deion Sanders Falcons jersey.
Is it signed? It's signed.
Attention all Goodwill customers, our store will be
What?
closing in 25 minutes.
That's pretty sick, dude.
Goodwill, la tienda va a cerrar en 25 minutos. Gracias.
Is that a Julius Peppers jersey?
Yeah. A Brandon Marshall jersey, too.
Dude, you gotta get that Deion Sanders jersey. These are like on-field jerseys too. They got the flywire and everything.
$20 for this one.
I mean, I don't care about the Bears, but
Devin Hester. $48.
if you're a Bears fan, I mean, these are fucking legit jerseys.
These are old style jerseys.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a price.
It's signed by Deion Sanders though.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What's going on? So we just left this Goodwill right here, and as you can see, I'm game hunting with this faggot. Show you what I got right quick. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith for the Xbox. Not a very good deal, but I like collecting the Star Wars games for the Xbox.
The all anal final chapter.
Yes, Revenge of the Shit. The all anal final chapter. And the guy at the behind the counter sold me these two games, these PS2 games, at $1 a piece because they were blue discs, and he was convinced they wouldn't work on certain systems. And I was like, okay, dude. So I went ahead and got those too. So $6 and some change, and I got these 3 games. But he gave us a heads up on some N64 stuff that he's gonna put out in the morning. So I think I'll be back here in the morning to try and capitalize on that. But I will see you guys at the next one. Later. Alright guys, what's up? So yesterday you heard me mention that one of the managers at a Goodwill had mentioned something about some N64 stuff. So right now I'm on my way to go pick up my friend that was with me, and we're gonna go see what's up with that. So I'll be back with you. So there was a little bit of misinformation with the stuff that guy was telling us about. He mentioned several games that were going to be $5 each, and that was a lie, because we got in there was like 10 games, and they were all like $8 to $10 each. So we picked up one game each, and I picked up a controller and a little bit of something else. But I'm going to wait and show you that stuff in the recap. So, but anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Later. Alright guys, so you saw me digging around and a couple of crappy games in there, but I did end up walking out with one of those games. And that game is this, Shrek's Super Party. I was surprised to see when I checked it that it's worth like $14 complete apparently, and it was $1.99. It is complete with everything in there. The disc is a little bit scratched, but I think it should play alright. If not, I'll get a resurfaced or whatever. But I didn't really want to pass this up at $2 for a potentially $14 game. So that's the one game I got in there. But I will see you guys at the next one. Later. Alright, wow, so that was a clusterfuck in there. Jesus Christ, that was ridiculous. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I got, and then I'm gonna tell you what just went down in there. It was interesting to say the least, and kind of irritating to be honest, but let me go ahead and show you really quick what I got. I just got a couple of things. First off, I got 24 of the game. It's not really worth much, it was $2, but this game is in like perfect shape, man. Like, case has no scratches on it, manual looks perfect, and fucking do this. The disc looks like it's never even been touched, so yeah. And then one more thing I got, which I'm kind of excited about actually, is Pokemon Pinball for the Game Boy Color, I believe. So, and that was also $2. So yeah, $4 total for those two things. Fail. Alright guys, what's up? I'm here at Kohl's Flea Market all by myself, and I guess this car is just gonna go ahead and go in front of me. So let's see if I can get lucky and find anything. I'll see you in there. Alright, so apparently there's some other people here looking for games. I just talked to a seller that had some common NES games that I didn't want, but he said he had a bunch more that somebody came through and bought. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But I did manage to snag a couple of games, and I will show you those when I get back to my truck. Alright, so I didn't end up finding anything else in here, and decided to go ahead and leave. I kind of walked through it once. It's hot as hell out here, man. It is super hot, but let me go ahead and show you what I got right quick. A couple of PS1 games. Tekken 2 complete, and the Game of Life complete. And I paid $5 for the both of these, so 2 for $5. Can't complain. I'm a big Tekken fan, so I'm kind of looking forward to this one. But I will see you guys at the next place. Later. What's going on, guys? So I just left the flea market and I picked up Marshall, and I came to this resale shop that you've seen me at a few times. And I walked out with one thing. There's Marshall. He's gay.
Yeah. I like
and what I got is in that box. I don't know how well you can tell what that is, but I'm gonna let that be a surprise. There's also a couple of games in there, but I'll let that be a surprise for the recap. So I'll see you guys at the next one. Later. Hey, real quick, I forgot to film when I got back in my truck after I was inside that Goodwill just now, so I'm filming when I got home. My bad, but I did end up getting a few of those games, so I'll go ahead and show you quickly what I got. The first one, Medal of Honor, the first one for the PlayStation. Pretty cool. That I'm pretty happy I picked that one up. That one was $1.99. And then a couple of GameCube games. Magical Mirror starring Mickey Mouse. And I'll open these up and show you in the recap. And then definitely the best one out of all three, I found a Luigi's Mansion in there, which is pretty awesome. That was $2.99. I don't know how well you can see that. And this game was also $2.99. So the three of these for $8 and some change. But I will see you guys at the next one. know if you could tell, but this is the same Goodwill that I scored at yesterday, so I figured I'd come by here today. And I found a couple of more games, so let me go ahead and show you what I got. 2 more games. First is Razor Racing for the PS1, and it was 99 cents, and that's really the only reason I got it is because it was so cheap, but it's complete, obviously. And then another GameCube game, Crash Tag Team Racing, for $3.99, which is also complete. Oh, it's right there. So there you go. I'm pretty sure I picked up this game for the PS2 recently. I hope it wasn't the GameCube one. I'm pretty sure it was the PS2 one, but nonetheless, it's pretty cool to finally get on the GameCube. So that's it for this place. So I think I'm gonna go to one more Goodwill, and if I don't find anything there, I'm gonna go into the recap. So I'll see you at one of those 2 places later. Alright, what's going on, guys? This is going to be the recap of everything I've gotten over the past probably like 3 weeks or so. So let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to show you, something not that great, but still cool to find, I suppose, and that is a DS charger. I think this is the charger to a DS Lite, if I'm not mistaken. And I didn't get any footage of finding this. It was just a quick thrift store thing. I was over in Pasadena and I found this, but she didn't know what to charge me for it, so she charged me 90 cents, so it came out to under $1. So can't complain for a DS charger for under $1. So yeah. Okay. He saw me and my friend Alec at a Goodwill, and the first thing I grabbed there was this game, Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith. I really want to collect all the Star Wars games for the Xbox, which is why I got this for $4. Not too great of a deal, but I was happy to get it. So, as you can see, it is complete. And then while I was there, the manager behind the counter or whatever came up to me and handed me these 2 games and said that since they were blue button discs, that he would do them for $1 a piece. And I was like, okay, sure. So, like, again, not too great of finds, but for $1 a piece, I really didn't want to pass them. So it's Ridge Racer 5 and Smuggler's Run, and they're both complete. And then while I was at that Goodwill, the guy told me that the next morning he would be putting out some N64 stuff. So I went and picked Alec up that next morning while he was on his lunch break, and we went back over there, and unfortunately, the prices weren't as good as he had led them out to be, but we did end up getting some stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what I got. The first thing is just this N64 memory card. I think it was $3, which isn't that great, but I don't have a first-party memory card for the N64, so I was kind of pissed off, though, because the price, I don't know if you can see that, there's a dent right there, and it's almost like a puncture. And he had the price tag like strategically placed on top of that, so I didn't realize that was it until after I bought it. So that was kind of irritating, but whatever. Next thing I got there was Mario Golf, and I believe this was $10, which is a little bit high, but it's the game that I've really been wanting. It's a pretty good game. I think it's worth like $15 or something like that. So $10, whatever. It's a pretty good, decent, or in pretty good shape. So I just wanted to add it to my collection. So there's that. And then the last thing I got on that trip, which is definitely what I'm most excited about, is this Extreme Green N64 controller. And as you can see there, it was $8.99, which again is a little high for a controller, but this is kind of a more uncommon N64 controller and one that I didn't already have, and I do want to get all of the N64 controllers, so I was really happy to pick up the Extreme Green one to add to my collection. The thumbstick isn't bad, but it also isn't great. I don't know, it's decent. It's not the best I have, but definitely not the worst. So, there you go. That's all I got that time. Okay. One more quick pickup. I'm not sure if I got this on film, but it is Shrek Super Party. I got this at a Goodwill for $1.99. I don't even remember what this one's worth, but it is complete, as you can see there. And then later on at a Goodwill, I picked up 2 more games. This is when you saw me go on that rant about all the Wii stuff. But I got these 2 things on that particular trip. The first one is 24 the game for the PS2. And it's in perfect shape, man. I don't even think this thing's ever been touched. So all the paperwork is in there. And How much was it? $1.99. That's why I got this, because it was so cheap. And then I also got Pokemon Pinball, which I'm really excited about. I can't wait to play this, honestly, because I'm a huge Pokemon fan. And that one was also $1.99. And then when I left that job interview, I stopped at a Goodwill right across the street, and I walked out of there with just one DS game, Band Hero. Nothing special, but it was only $1, so I figured why not for a DS game. Alright, let's see what we have here. Okay, flea market. So you saw me go to the flea market. Didn't do too great there, but I did leave with some stuff. A couple of games, so this is what I got there. A couple of PS1 games. First is The Game of Life, complete. Disc is kind of dirty, but there's no scratches on it. And then the one I'm more excited about definitely is Tekken 2, also complete. Also kind of smeared, but again, no scratches, so it should play just fine. And I got these two games for $5 for the both, so I guess you could say $2.50 a piece. So that's all I got at the flea market. I had a little bit better luck. Whenever I go to that flea market, there's a thrift store in that area that's by far my favorite one to go to. And because I always end up leaving with something there, or leaving with something when I go there. And so this trip was no different. I kind of went over my budget this time, actually. I spent a little bit too much money, but I don't know. I guess you can say I'm happy with what I got. I got 3 things, so this stuff was in that bag that you saw me while I was in my truck. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I got. First, I got 2 Super Nintendo games: Battle Clash, which is a Super Scope game, and Wing Commander. So 2 more SNES games to add to my collection. And definitely the badass thing out of this haul is this bad boy right here. I hope I can get all of this in frame, but boom. A complete in-box N64 system. I hope you can see all that. The box is in pretty decent shape, except for that little shit right there, which kind of sucks. For all of this, for this box system, and everything is in there, I already checked, and these 2 games, I paid $80, which he had this thing priced at $125, and so I managed to walk out with all of this and these 2 games for $80, which, I don't know, after I left, I got pretty excited, and then I started to think about it, and I kind of started to regret it, because it's a little high for something like this. That's about federal market value, I guess. But, nonetheless, I'm happy to add a complete in-box N64 to my collection, because I've been wanting one of these for a really long time, so kind of overpaid, but I'm still happy with what I got, so that's what I got at that resale shop. And then, this was yesterday, I stopped at a Goodwill in my area and got these 3 games. The first one, Medal of Honor for the PlayStation Collector's Edition. I'm not sure what that means, but it was $1.99. Definitely a big Medal of Honor fan. Kind of grew up playing these games on the PlayStation and the PlayStation 2. The disc is not in the best of shape. There's definitely some scratching on it, but none of the scratches are too deep, so I think it should play just fine. Then I got a couple of GameCube games. Magical Mirror starring Mickey Mouse. It is complete. The disc looks fine. And then definitely the best find out of this little lot is Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube. And both of these GameCube games were $2.99 each. So $3 for a Luigi's Mansion definitely isn't bad. I can't complain. And it is also complete. And the disc looks just fine. I do already have Luigi's Mansion, and my copy is in better shape than this, but I'm going to give this to a friend of mine who has been wanting this game for a while, so I'm glad I can help him out with that. So, 2 more finds, and that's what I got today. At the same Goodwill that I went to yesterday, coincidentally. The first one is Razor Racing for the PlayStation. Again, cheap, probably a shitty game, but it was only 99 cents, so I didn't really want to pass on it. It's not in bad shape. It is complete. And then the last one is Crash Tag Team Racing for the GameCube. I believe I got this for the PS2 in my last video, so it's kind of funny that I find it again for the GameCube. The GameCube is definitely my preferred console over the PS2, just because that's what I played during that generation of consoles. And it is complete. These booklets are just backwards. There's a manual right there. And again, definitely not in bad shape. So, that is going to be it, guys. I appreciate you watching the video. I know I keep talking about doing a game room tour since I moved recently. That will for sure be my next video. I've pretty much got this room how I wanted it. So, it's looking like the game room tour is going to be my next video. So, look out for that. Hopefully, I can get it done within the next couple of days. But until then, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.